Students in Portland, Oregon have not attended class at all this entire month as teachers continue to strike. Those teachers even temporarily blocking a major bridge in the city as they continue their marches. Let's bring in Erika Donalds. Erika, good to see you again. So, Erika,
great to be back on with you.
As the teachers do this, the kids, once again, are the victims.
They are. The students are the ones who suffer the most when it comes to these strikes. I mean, you just talked about chronic absenteeism. We've seen huge learning loss since the pandemic. And it just goes to show you if teachers are willing to be out of the classroom for about a month, and by the time students get back into the classroom, get back into their routines, they've lost far more than that when it comes to learning and student achievement. Teachers' unions exist to serve the needs of adults, not the needs of students. And there's absolutely no excuse for doing this to our kids.
Erika, 10 states have enacted a new law that prohibits or restricts students from using preferred pronouns or names that don't match their assigned gender at birth. These students now need written permission from a parent to use such a pronoun. Would you agree with this law, Erika?
Well, I absolutely do agree with the law. Grammar is important. The foundation of the English language is important for good communication. Here we're talking about how our students are not performing well academically, and we're confusing them by telling them that they can choose how to use the English language according to their feelings. And that's just not the case. Teachers have said that they're confused over the new laws, but what a mess we're in when it's confusing not to use the proper grammar and language in an academic institution. We have to get back to what the English language means. We have to get back to the truth, which is what our teachers should be teaching in these academic environments. I think these laws are a start at that and making sure that parents are the ones driving these decisions.
It's almost like some of the adults are making things more complicated in the first place. They're confusing the kids and everybody else in the process. Last question for you, Erika. Just 38%, that's it, 38% of fourth graders in the state of New Jersey, where I live and where my kids go to public school, were proficient in English last year. That's it. I thought the schools in Jersey were good. Now some schools are putting the emphasis on phonics to help the students get back on track. Phonics in the fourth grade, it seems a little bit late. It's supposed to be in kindergarten and first grade.
You're absolutely right. And when we open our classical schools in a new community, we often bring in sixth graders and have to teach them phonics because they do not know how to read. They don't have the basics of the English language when it comes to phonics, when it comes to grammar and parts of speech. We have to get back to this as a country. I actually applaud the state of New Jersey for changing their standards and improving them back to explicit phonics, which is what we have known has worked all along. Now, what we're finding is teachers are unprepared to teach this way. So we have to revamp what's going on in our teacher colleges to make sure that teachers are prepared with the knowledge and ability to teach phonics in these classrooms. So we've got to start from scratch there, including in New Jersey, New York, and other states that are finally waking up to what needs to be done.
Erika, when you speak to some of the older teachers, they are so frustrated. They're saying the state, the district, they keep changing the rules about how we teach and what we teach, and these new models aren't always working. I've been teaching for 25 years, and this is how you teach a child to read, and they want us to do it this way, and it's not working. So it's almost like, why aren't the people that are supposed to be listening?
One of my sons was in a classroom with a veteran teacher, like you just described, who was sneaking phonics books into her classroom so she could teach children how to read the way that she knew they needed to be taught. And what a tragedy that is. But, that's the point of school choice. It actually allows for these pockets of innovation where teachers can go and teach in different ways and show the districts and the government schools what works and what doesn't. Perhaps that's what's happened here in the state of New Jersey, and we'd like to see more of it because we want the science of reading, explicit phonics and grammar to come back into the classrooms across our country so we can compete globally like we must do.
And not the masks. We don't want the masks back in the classrooms. Do you think, as we're, the weather's getting colder, the holidays are upon us, that some of these districts are going to say, okay, for the time being, everyone's got to mask up again?
You know, parents, like they rose up across the country during COVID against masks and against school closures, they have to just say no and not allow school districts and school boards to inhibit the learning in this way and to violate students' rights and parents' rights to make those health decisions for themselves.
Erika Donalds, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.